Hi. So, welcome to another very interesting topic. So, this particular topic is going to be of particular interest to management and organizations. So, here you've seen the role of psychologists in counseling, psychotherapy, and mental health, and all that. So, I'm going to talk about how we can be of use to organizations, and a lot of people are not exploring this side at all. Like there's always been management side, people are what we are doing, what are the things actually happening in organization, how lot of ways where psychologists can play an excellent role to improve the organization effectiveness, employee well-being, and also the performance of employees, because it's not that we are only concerned about employees and to improve their well-being or work-life balance and all that. Finally, the organization which is actually productive, those organization has very happy employees in it, and happy employees are the productive employees. Imagine people are very stressed and having all sort of mental health problems, and you're trying to improve the sales, and you're focusing on only in the sales department and other matrices and finance, but then you're not focusing about one important element, that's a human element, which is the human resource. And human resource department is mostly actually they are playing a very idle role in terms of how to handle these employees, logistics and all that. But then the very important aspect of how psychologists can collaborate along with HR and bring about a big amount of wave in terms of organizational effectiveness. And we are going to give you a key insights, and with me is Mr. Inbaraj, an organizational psychologist. So he'll also be giving you a lot of insights about what actually we are doing there and how scientific our methods are, and how we are going to use the principles of psychology and the research-based, evidence-based practices, which is going to bring about the kind of return on investment, because organization after all are looking for commercial success and all that, and they may think like, why do I need to look into human capital? But I would say that is the thing, and that's always been the thing, and especially in this evolving world where human was not treated as a capital earlier. It was just like you're there and you got to work, but nowadays we have to be treated as a capital, and lot of importance to people management. And everywhere I go in Baraj, when I ask people what is more difficult for you, dealing with technical aspects of job or people aspects? True. Everywhere people say dealing with people is tough. So then I tell you, okay, we can be of some help to tell you how to handle people, and you need to be know a little bit of psychology to know that. And we think that what these people be doing there, are you going to do counseling there? Are you going to do well-being? No, there is an entire spectrum, and actually successful organizations are the ones who engage this kind of scientific practices to enhance their practices, and they are coming up with great leadership strategies and success. So we are going to put it in a very laymanish term about how psychologists can be playing a actual role, profound role in organizations as well, and to create an awareness where even small scale industries can benefit a big way from this kind of exposure and awareness through this video. So let's hope this discussion is going to be worthwhile. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, ma'am, again for having me here. And again, very, very important topic. I think for the last 15 years, we are discussing about this particular topic. In terms of wherever I go, people talk about, what can an organizational psychologist do in a workplace, and how important their role is. Do they really drive results?
Yeah.
Such questions, and a lot of criticisms, a lot of critics I have taken. But at the same time, we have validated our significance in terms of we can do a lot in whatever segment. So to start with, recruitment is the fulcrum of human resources. So that's where everything starts. So practically, if you ask me, in general, this is what we follow. The role of psychologists have become more prominent, and it's very, very significant aspect, because those days, recruitment or talent acquisition was in a complete different method altogether. So their frameworks were different. But these days it is more scientific. And again, it is not just about the technical skills. We will also want to know what behavior this person is patterned with, what his personality is, his or her, whoever it is. So we bring a lot of scientific tools into the process of hiring or recruitment. So a role of a psychologist. So basically, if I am a psychologist, if I am an organizational psychologist, if I am going to be part of a human resources team, I would be doing a lot with recruitment here. So one is identifying the right assessment or administering the right assessment for the candidates or incumbents. I think that's the larger role that we can play.
Right person for the right job, of course.
Absolutely, yes. And again, when you differentiate the skill set, so there could be technical skills, there could be functional skills, and there is one thing called behavioral skills. I think that's the game changer for organizations today.
Yeah.
So just because somebody is good at technical or functional aspects, if we hire them, it's good. It's absolutely good. But that's what they're going to do here. But what makes them to go beyond or be more comfortable or sustain the performance is the behavioral skills. Let it be communication, let it be openness, or let
All
it be
non-technical
personality.
soft skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Non-technical soft skill, and that's very, very evident. And if you look at even globally, lot of people, lot of companies have started using psychometric assessments here
Very
for hiring, and that decides your your job or your offer as well. Because if you are extremely good at your functional and technical aspects, and if you are really low at what is expected in terms of personality fitment or competency fitment, I think that's where the game changes.
Yes.
So even if you score 100 out of 100 or any number.
And every time we see in interviews, people scoring 90s, 80s and all that may not be selected, but the one with 60s with street smart skills
Absolutely.
and with all his soft skills in place, he's the one who's going to be selected.
Absolutely. And very widely used EQ or EA as a skill. And when you hire a leadership, when you hire a person for a leadership role, EQ is again one of the most important
Yes,
components.
nowadays
that
we are
we
looking for EQ more than IQ, and for a long time from Daniel, since Daniel Goleman came with this term, and
Yeah.
everybody is crazy about EQ, and nowadays LQ has come, SQ has come, a lot of other
Exactly.
terms have come.
Lot of Qs are here.
Yeah, so yeah. But again, Indraj, we need to see like why these changes are there, because
Right.
actually, to be honest, 20 years back when I was working in an organization, before practicing my side as a psychologist, I would say barely we've been doing about, Provident Fund things and ESI thing, and also keeping their attendance and roll calls and whatnot. So these are some logistics anybody can do. But what psychologists can do, why we were not able to do earlier. And now with the advent of industrial psychology and a lot of, theories in place and MBA and all that thing in place. So we are understanding and appreciating, because nowadays the
Right.
competition is too high. The
Right.
academics, everybody is coming with a lot of graduations with engineering background, and the organizations are having this skill gap.
Right.
About, because nowadays if you ask an MBA to write a letter also, we can see they're using ChatGPT for the same.
Right.
And we don't know what their real skills are. And they are like, confused whether am I taking the right person? This is where we, person like you, me, can pitch in to tell, are you choosing? Because